Hey everyone, it's Coach B. So while I'm gone, I'm gonna send some videos so that way I can still teach you and we don't fall behind and I don't just give you busy work all the time. So what we're gonna talk about today was Chapter 10, Lesson 2. You should have read that with Miss Garcia, and I want to talk about some of the things in there. So it just touches on earthquakes, real simple. Earthquakes are basically vibrations in the ground, and they happen along faults. So the easiest way to remember a fault is like a crack, and the cracks happen along plate boundaries. The largest faults or the largest cracks in the earth are going to happen at subduction zones. So let's see our hand motion for subduction. I'll wait for you to do it in front of class. Let's go. Okay, subduction. So subduction zones, the largest one or the largest faults happen there. Okay, so those are going to be your largest cracked areas. And then we have major subduction zones at the Mariana Trench, which I'll insert a picture of right now. So basically you can remember that from Finding Nemo, where it tells them to swim over and not under, and they chose to swim under, and we all know what happens. So, nope, they swam over. They swam under. I don't remember. Okay, need to watch Nemo. Put that on my homework list. So, let's touch on our three hand motions. So, divergent pulls apart, convergent comes together, transform is going to slide right past, and then subduction. Now, convection currents, you can look at the lava lamp, it's probably on. That's just going to be your circular motion and flow of thermal energy in the melted magma or the melted rock. So let's talk about volcanoes. Volcanoes are basically mountains, but they explode, right? So they're going to occur at convergent boundaries. So convergent boundaries look like, let me see the hand motion. Okay, good. So convergent boundaries are where plates are coming together. Volcanoes have a different type of viscosity depending on the volcano. Viscosity only means how thick the lava is. So is it like honey or is it like water? So super high viscosity like honey, really, really thick, or low viscosity like water, really, really thin, runny. Lava is melted rock that's going to be found inside or outside. What do you think? So if you said inside, you're definitely right. Magma, nope, that's wrong. Okay, so lava is going to be molten rock that's going to be outside of the volcano. So when a volcano erupts, lava flows down the side. Magma is stored kind of like in like a pipe inside of a volcano, and it's molten rock just chilling inside of there. So magma is inside, lava is outside, and they go through a chemical change when they reach the air and reach the surface. So make sure we remember that. Now, seafloor spreading is where you have a what boundary? Like what kind of boundary do you think is happening at seafloor spreading? Well, it's spreading apart. It's probably divergent, okay? So what's going to happen is as the area is moving apart, molten rock is going to come up and fill that area, and it's going to solidify, and it's just going to keep spreading and filling, spreading and filling, and just keep going and going and going. So if you think about that, where on the sea floor would the rock be the youngest? Is it going to be when it's spread way, way out far? Or is it going to be the stuff that comes up and seals in that gap? What do you think? Yeah, it's going to be the stuff that comes up, okay? So we'll have some diagrams and things to look at on that later. Now, we've talked about it a couple times while I was here and then a couple times in this video. What two formations happen at convergent boundaries? So convergent boundaries. You can say both of them. Okay, volcanoes and mountains. Very good. All right, and an example of a divergent boundary would be what? A real life example. Bill Nye talked about it. We've talked about it a little bit on Thursday, unless your second hour. Okay, so That's going to be the mid-ocean ridge or the mid-Atlantic ridge. That's going to be a divergent boundary where that mountain chain is spreading apart. All right, very good. Okay, so Chapter 10, Lesson 2 should have been read. Our notes should have been filled in and checked. Now what I want you to do is you're going to do like a little matching card game where you've got divergent, convergent, and transform boundary cards, and you're going to match them up based on their pictures and their descriptions and examples. So you and a partner will work on that. Okay, all the pieces are in little envelopes, and all of the pieces need to be returned to the little envelopes. So make sure you're checking around your area before you clean up. Miss Garcia is going to have the key, and to be able to leave, you have to get the key correct. Okay? Make sure you're kind to her, and you have a great day, and I'll have a video for you tomorrow.